I want to take a few minutes and talk about my hot wire cutter. For those of you who are interested in building your own, this will get you started, but go online and do some research. There's lots of plans out there on how to build one, but this is just how mine is set up. So what I have is I have a bow built right here. It's just made out of wood, some wing nuts and bolts, and then a piece of nichrome wire. I believe it is, I can't remember, but 26 gauge I think. And then a spring, so that way it applies tension, because when this wire heats up and you start pulling it through the foam, the wire will stretch. And if you have it wired directly to the other screw, or bolt I should say, over here, it's going to get all sloppy on you. So you need to have a spring to take up the slack once it heats up, when it expands. So it's powered. I have the power going to it to complete the circuit, hooked up to a light switch. So this is the line in. And the line in, I'll talk about this now. This is the power source. So you have your bow, you need a power source, and you need a transformer. So I have an AC transformer. It has to be AC. This one takes line voltage in 110 volts and steps it down to 12 or 24 volts depending on how you have it wired in series or parallel. So I have line voltage coming in from here into this box that I've built, wired to a light dimmer, which allows me to control, vary the amount of voltage. I think, anyway. I'm not quite sure how a dimmer works. I just know that it works in this case. This will control the amount of voltage that I'm feeding into the transformer. So this is wired to this plug here, just for simplicity, so that I can unplug the transformer if I need to move it around, or if I want to set it up differently. So I have the line voltage coming in into these two red wires. The transformer transforms it down to 12 or 24 volts depending on how you have it wired. This is a 100 VA transformer, so I think that stands for volt amps, which then the output goes into this big long piece of wire, which then is plugged back into the bow. And then on the bow I also have a light switch hooked up, just so that I can turn it on and off when I'm over at the blank. So that's basically how my hot wire cutter is set up. Just look online. There's lots of plans. There's lots of ways to set one up, and this is just how I set it up. Yeah, if you have any questions, post them. I might be able to help you out in answering them, but I really suggest you go online and search around for some plans. It was fairly easy to build once you get the general theory behind it. Alright, next I'm going to start hot wire cutting, so I'm going to set up the blank, and I'll show you how to do that next. Okay, thanks for watching. I guess I should show you how it works too. So I turn it on, and over here I have a light switch, and then when I flick this on, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a hum. So the wire's heating up. I have just a piece of scrap foam here, and I'm just gonna. So there you go. So next you'll get to see it in action on the actual blank itself.